everyone. So, I never did a review on Catfish because last season, season 3 was terrible. Only one episode. But the season premiere of Catfish, season 4, episode 1, was one of the funniest in a long time. I really enjoyed it. And I'm coming to you live from my closet because I was cleaning and everything. But I think it premiered on Tuesday, Wednesday night. I can't remember. But it was so good. Max is not even Max anymore. Max is doing his first feature film. And I think Zac Efron is supposed to be the star of this. So they're going to have these guest co-hosts. And the first guest co-host was my boy, Charlamagne the God, from The Breakfast Club, Power 105, NYC. That nigga, he gave me everything. He's a little hype, a little geeked up, but he gave me everything. But this story was about a girl named Miracle, her real pretty chocolate girl, and this dude named Javonni. And I can understand, being a lonely woman myself, her getting swept up on all the hype, because the picture that she had was sexy. He all light-skinned. He got freckles and green eyes and them pink lips. She got caught up all in them eyes, and he randomly started following her, sent her a request on I guess Instagram or something like that, and they just start talking from there. And come to find out, they had to go find him or whatever. They couldn't get no name up on him or anything like that, so they had to call Max, since he seemed like he's the brains of the operation anyway. And just like Charlamagne said, and how about Charlamagne had an idea, Neve had an idea to find him, see if anybody know who this guy is, to, I guess, put his picture on Instagram, looking for a thing. 6 minutes later, someone's like, isn't that such and such? And they FaceTime this guy. They got in contact with him and FaceTime the guy, and it's not him. And she was like, no, I never been to Minneapolis and all this other stuff. And she walked out crying and everything like that. It wasn't funny, but, just like Charlamagne said, I think you want to believe it, because she has so much hopes for it, or whatever the case may be. And he was real nice about it. He wasn't an asshole, but she walked off crying and stuff like that. But they found the real guy. So it's this little old cheeseburger eating ass nigga that she done found, and they agreed to meet with him. And they came to the house, and he came outside, and he act all upset and distraught about what's going on. And Charlotte and Neve tried to go after him. He was like, well, for me to explain, I got something for y'all in the house. When you got something for somebody, that's mean like they about to pull out a ratchet, something about to go down. But then Charlamagne was like, don't you follow no angry black man in the house. But what's so funny, he stepped out the house with that leather outfit on. Homegirl Miracle was like, oh, hell no. That shit was hysterical, because he looked a mess. And I'm like, come on, yo. Like, stop catfishing people. I don't understand that. That don't make no sense. So they walked into the house, and while they walking up the steps, Neve gave Charlamagne a thumbs up. Charlamagne was like, okay, I'm coming to MTV. Don't pay me enough for this. So, he was like, he's still all distraught and upset. And Miracle was just looking like, what the fuck is going on? They looking like, what the fuck is going on? He goes to the back of the house, and in comes this woman looking a mess with this fishnet shirt on. She just looked a mess, and she was like, I'm Javonni. And so everybody ready to drop their cameras and all this other stuff. It was just crazy. Charlamagne being there makes it seem like it's not fake, like this is not all a setup, it's not scripted. So that's one thing I liked about this episode. But I still don't understand why people still get catfish. So, and this whole thing with Miracle and Javonni been going on for a whole year. And it's like, it should be no more catfish. This should be the last season. That's it. People need to stop fucking lying and get it together with. And Javonni, well, her name's not Javonni, I think it's Cara or something like that. She starts sending out rant. Well, her excuse is she was trying to find her man cheating or some cockamamie story she tried to say. It was just dumb. And, you know, Miracle was hurt. She was real hurt and she was disgusted. But, you know, Cara said she got a lot of time on her hands. She's suffering from lupus. You saw the pill bottles all over in the house and stuff. It was just really weird. And come to find out, the big fat guy's her husband. So her husband basically was in on it. You know, because he got on the phone and talked, because they only talked 3 times. And it was she passed the phone to her husband or whatever the case may be. So Miracle was so disgusted. She was like, you sure you have lupus or you crazy or you psychotic or something like that, she said. And that hit a button. And she was like, come on, with Cara, a.k.a. Giovanni. She was not trying to hear it. And it was hysterical. Because she was like, oh, she had the nerve to call her basic bitch. And that Miracle was like, what? Look at your hair. Look at this. It was just hysterical. And I don't think she should call her a basic bitch. Because just like Charlamagne said, like, you blaming the victim, like, or whatever. Yeah, it does take 2 or whatever, but you didn't try to break it off like, no, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You was going back and forth with it. And that wasn't right. You led somebody on. You playing with someone's emotions. Now, if she would have walked over there and slapped the shit out of you, I think it would have been okay. I'm just saying. You can't mess with people's emotions, especially when they're lonely and shit like that. And I could see how you can't get caught up and stuff like that. You know, those text messages that say, I love you, I'm thinking about you, or good morning, good afternoon, how's work? That makes you feel a certain type of way, especially you lonely. I'm just saying, because I already know how that shit feels. But, you know, it was a real good episode. But when they got in the car, Miracle was tearing her ass up. Like, look at her hair, her cheap hair, $6.99 hair. Charlamagne was like $6.99 a pack. I'm like, you know what? There goes Charlamagne with the ad libs and chiming in on it. And it was just a big old mess. But I can say by bringing Charlamagne in, it made this episode so much better. Now, I don't know what the other co-stars they're gonna have to replace, not replace, to fill in for Max, but Charlamagne was the best, and I know they got a lot of viewers off of that. But you know, Cara, they met again, they hugged up, Cara apologized and everything's fine. So I guess at the end of the day, Miracle, her pretty self and her pretty decorating skills